Hey y'all, how y'all doing? We're gonna try to wait for a few people to come on. I know it's Saturday night and a lot of people going out there to try to have some fun. But if you're going out in Shreveport, you might want to be careful tonight. It's going down. We're gonna wait for a few people to try to come in. Y'all give me a second. Let me try to set this phone up whereas I don't have to worry about holding it. We're going to be very brief in this video. Soon as we can get a few people to come in. We want to talk about, like the description said, I just tried to add a few of you all who constantly show support and love as moderators. I missed a couple of you all, but we're going to go back a little bit later and we're going to see how it works. And as a moderator on this channel, basically, I got a couple of y'all as moderators for comments. So basically, I need you all to help me when we're doing these live feeds to help facilitate people to sharing the videos, hitting the like button, or even maybe making a donation to the cash app. Which right now we really do, because there's some crazy stuff that just happened here at the house, and it's crazy. But anyway, how y'all doing this evening? Especially to my people here in Shreveport, I'm going to give y'all the latest on some real game that's dealing with your Shreveport Police Department. I missed the visual for the young man, the Greenhouse High School wide receiver, who was murdered earlier this week on the interstate. Now, as I said, a couple of videos, well, on Facebook, I'm getting kind of notification. But as I said earlier on Facebook, that it's crazy here in Shreveport. Let me give y'all a couple of facts. I think Shreveport, Louisiana ranks at I think 100 and it was 180th largest metropolitan area here in America. The last time I looked, about a month or two ago. Those numbers were the latest numbers. That means out of 179 big cities in America, Shreveport ranks as 180th. But per capita, when you say per capita, that means per 100 people, per 1,000 people, per 10,000 people, per 100,000 people. Per capita, Shreveport is up there in the top 10 as far as the most violent cities in America. A little bit of city like Shreveport, there's barely 180,000 people in Shreveport. But we, as far as murders and violence, we're up there with places like Chicago and New York. Now, guess what? Over the last 3 weekends, this just the weekends, a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday period, here in Shreveport, for a city with 180,000 people, we're averaging almost 10 to 15 people getting shot every weekend for the last 3 weekends. And of those weekends, out of those 10 to 15 people that's getting shot, 3 of them are dying. So we're averaging at least 3 deaths from violence, plus at least 10 to 15 people getting shot every weekend in a little bitty ass city like Shreveport. It's crazy, y'all, what's really going on. For you all that's here right now, I still got a couple of people that's looking in. Can y'all please hit the like button so that we can, basically when you hit the like button, it helps the analytics, and it allows other people to, it allows this video to go up in searches. Because you got to realize, we're not, YouTube is censoring us so hard. I had one of my subscribers said that on one of the videos I did, I think it was day before yesterday, YouTube literally asked him, they didn't notify him that I did the video, but when they found out about the video, YouTube asked him, did he like this video, and if not, to report it. I mean, when I tell y'all that the content that I bring you all, the realness of what I say, YouTube don't want you to hear this. If I was doing some old Sambo jigaboo type ass shit, just trying to entertain you all, you know, try to make y'all laugh and feel good, I probably could have almost 30,000 subscribers right now, as long as I was trying to keep you all entertained. But that's not what I do here at The Real News Behind the News. True, I try to entertain you all with a little humor or whatever when I bring you all these stories. Hey, Miss Kimberly, how you doing? Glad you can join us this evening. We're just doing a little short video. I made a few people moderators, and if you want, Miss Kimberly, I can make you a moderator too, because you are a loyal supporter and a subscriber to this channel. But go back to what I'm saying. Now, here in Shreveport, we're blaming everybody from the mayor down to the police chief, down to the dog catcher for all the crime, all the killing, all the shooting that's going on here in Shreveport. Truth is, y'all, like I always say, first and foremost, the police only come to your neighborhood after something has went down. So you're asking the police, the mayor, and all these people to be outside every day, all day, standing in your neighborhood, hoping that they can stop people from shooting each other. Let me give y'all a real game. The only people that can stop this violence in this black community are black people. Because a lot of black people are saying that they don't trust the police, which I understand what you all are saying. Because what you have is a group of police here in Shreveport who are just as corrupt as the criminals. Think about how many police that got fired here in Shreveport in just the last year. We had 8 about 3 months ago to get fired for excessive force. We've had 2 or 3 that was talked about today. What was it? Oh, you talking? Yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all the late Miss Kimberly. I'm gonna bring you the latest on what Chief Ben Raymond said. Hey, Miss D, how you doing? Glad you can join us. But we're talking about crime here in Shreveport, and I want to tell y'all what the Shreveport Police just said. Chief of Police just said he's going to do. Since everybody's saying that the police chief needs to do a little bit more, you got to realize we've had almost 20 police just in the last year to get fired or go to jail because the police are selling more dope, killing just as many people as the criminals here in Shreveport are. Remember last year you had 3 or 4 of them to get 3 or 4 police officers. Well, remember what happened at my house on Mother's Day? The video went viral. That shit was all on World Star Hip Hop at what happened at my house on Mother's Day, where unfortunately the lady who was my girlfriend, my fiance at the time, her and I got into an argument. And it escalated. There wasn't no violence because I'm the kind of guy that never hit a woman. But there was a lot of alcohol and loud voices involved. Make a long story short, on Mother's Day of last year, my neighbors called the police to try to help me calm this situation down. The Shreveport Police Department rolled up in my neighborhood, 49 cars deep, and ran to the wrong address and commenced to assault a bunch of elderly people, innocent elderly people. We had 2 police to get fired for that situation. Right after that, here in Shreveport, we had about 6 police to get caught for buying and selling steroids in a little drug ring. All this has been in the last year. Then you had 8 more just this year to get fired for excessive force. You had a couple of more to get it fired for malfeasance and all. To make a long story short, your police act more like criminals here in Shreveport than the criminals act like criminals. Now, recently, the Shreveport police chief just put out a memorandum, and this is what he said. Now, we're asking the police department that's already under budgeted and understaffed to help us with the violence. How can the police department help us with these killers on the street when we know who are doing the killing, but because we want to keep it gangster and because of hood politics, nobody wants to tell on the killers. So how can you expect the police to help you out? And this is no matter what city you in. How do you expect the police to help you out when you're hiding the criminals, the killers in your neighborhood? So this is what Shreveport Chief Ben Raymond, Chief of Police, basically said. From this point on, since y'all want us to really go out all hard in the paint, have y'all had any gun buyback? No, ain't nobody here gonna sell their guns, because I'm a firm believer, even if you sell the guns back to the police, throughout America, there's no way in the world you can convince me that the police are not the ones who are help facilitating putting the drugs and the guns on the streets. The police, in most cases, are nothing but a gang themselves. Literally. Only difference between them and the Crips and the Bloods is they have badges. They're legally able to brutalize and terrorize people. But the police are nothing more than a gang themselves. And no matter what city you are in, and this is based upon facts, all you got to do is look at your government. Look at our government in the United States, the CIA, the FBI, badge gang. Exactly. Let me show y'all something. Who you think bringing the drugs into America? Because everybody heard the saying, black folks don't have Miss D says she understands. Black folks don't have planes, ships, and trains and things to bring that shit in here to this country. That means your politicians, your CIA, FBI, NSA, and all the other alphabet boys, they are complicit in drug. Come on, this is a historical fact. Look at what happened with the Iran-Contra affair. Look what's happening over in Afghanistan right now. If you all think that we're over as a country in Afghanistan trying to stop terrorism, you really need to flush your brain down the toilet, because we're in Afghanistan to take the opium. Notice that since the United States military went into Afghanistan, I think it was 2002, 2003, opioid addiction has risen by 1,000% around the world. That's what Afghanistan. Hey, what's going on, Anthony? I see it worked. Akeem the Great, how you doing, my friend? Hey, Anthony, if you notice you got a wrench by your name, I see it worked. You are now a moderator. Hey, help us out with the comments. Make sure people, if I see a comment while I'm doing this thing that I feel is offensive, I don't care if you disagree with me or not. Please leave your comment. But if you come up here with an offensive comment saying stuff like nigger, peckerwood, or kite, or racial hate mongering or anything like that, we're gonna ask our moderators to block you. You know what I'm saying? Again, we love the dialogue. That's what this whole page is about. Me asking questions that allows the American people to ask questions. Hey, we got you. Hey, Miss Kimberly, I see that it worked. I'm gonna add you as a moderator also. If y'all can, help us get people to hit the like button. Watch the comments, most importantly, but help us get the people to hit the like button, hit the share button. And if so, please ask them to hit the cash app, because we really need, actually right now, I'm gonna be real, I need to ask my subscribers. I got a major need that should have been taken care of yesterday. And it wasn't. And now I'm suffering the consequences. I ain't gonna put all my business out there, but shit, I need $75 to get a utility turned back on. This shit crazy how during the time of pandemic or whatever, corporations don't give a damn. But anyway, let's go back to it. We're gonna talk about what happened here in Shreveport with Chief Ben Raymond. This is what he said. So, since you Negroes are killing each other the way that you are, and you all are blaming the police for our lack of response, this is what we're going to do. Since we're understaffed and under budget, from this point on, if you live in Shreveport and you have a minor traffic accident, do not call the police, because they're not going to come. Part of the new program is they're not responding to minor traffic accidents no more. Basically, what you have to do is get all the information from the other people and then go down to the city hall and file a report. Because first, let me give y'all a little bit understanding of what's going on. They're so far understaffed and under budget that they can't respond They're getting tired of us saying that we need the police to step up. How you going to ask the police here in Shreveport to step up when you know who's doing the killing? And when the police ask you, did you see anything? Oh, no, I don't want to say that because I'm afraid. So you asking these police, if you're afraid, don't you think the police are afraid to come into our neighborhoods? So the police are saying now that since we're not going to answer any more simple traffic tickets, if you and your children, if you have a problem with your children, don't call the police. Deal with that shit inside your home. If what else they said that they're not going to respond to? It's quite a few issues. Oh, if you got a stray dog running up and down your street, come and say, if you have time, will you tell us how you feel about the police handcuffing Jacob Blake to the bed and he paralyzed? Well, the truth is, he had felony warrants. Anytime that you put it like this, if you commit a crime and you're under arrest, they're going to handcuff you to that bed when you get to the hospital. See, this is the part that nobody wants to talk about. And I'm not saying, again, keep in mind, this does not justify the police shooting Jacob Blake 7 times in the back. But Jacob Blake had federal felony warrants. And by law, they had to handcuff him to the bed. Literally. I mean, this is nothing new. You got people up at CCC, Cattle Correctional Center right now. When they go to the hospital, they're in shackles. If they have to stay overnight, they're handcuffed to the bed. So that was standard procedure. There was nothing racist or any type of police fuckery going on with that. He had federal felony warrants. And somehow Benjamin Crump and the other lawyers that's now on his team, they got them to evidently drop those warrants. But now, that's standard procedure. That's nothing we as Negroes, I mean, come on, think about this. We're sitting up here as a lot of Negroes, and I'm glad you made that comment, because Negroes are sitting up here making that shit a big issue about Jacob Blake being handcuffed to the bed while he's paralyzed. But half the people that's worried about George Floyd, Jacob Blake, with the boy named Brooks, and all these other people who have got shot at the hands of the police or who are in jail somewhere way the fuck up in Idaho, Wisconsin, Minneapolis, Florida. But y'all got people right here in Shreveport that's in jail you don't even go see. You won't even accept their phone calls. So I find the hypocrisy outstanding. Come on, man. Why are you worried? I mean, again, we are being shown these images of black men. And in some cases, black women, in the case of Breonna Taylor. But we are being shown these images for a reason. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think Fox, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, Bloomberg, do y'all think all these major news corporations are just now finding out about police brutality? Come on now, let's just keep this shit real. Do you think they were literally shocked when Michael Brown, started in Ferguson, got murdered by the police? Then you got Eric Garner, what's the boy name in Baltimore, the one down here in Baton Rouge. Man, you had all these cases where they show you black men being murdered by the police. How come they don't show you when white men are murdered by the police? Freddie Gray, yeah, from Baltimore, Freddie Gray. This is what's happening. And again, this is why I do the real news behind the news. Because your news media are literally complicit. Again, you can't tell me that these people are just now understanding that there's such thing as police brutality. Negroes been knowing that shit ever since we were slaves. Because you got to realize, anybody with any common sense who does the research understand that your police departments here in America, the police in America, period, started out as a slave-catching entity. Your police department has always been against black Americans, man. So this shit ain't nothing new. So why is it that the news media now is acting like they surprised that George Floyd died because police put his knee on his neck? And really, I'm gonna show y'all some game. Those police are gonna beat that charge against George Floyd. I don't think you ever gonna get police officers convicted in Breonna Taylor's case, because you have to understand the law and the wording of the law. You have to understand legally, the ramifications of police procedures. It wasn't the man who had his knee on George Floyd's neck that killed him. Believe it or not. You know what actually killed George Floyd? When the other two police came and put their knees on his back. That's what constricted his breathing. I also mentioned that he had a lot of fentanyl in his system. So now the media, they won't show you white people getting murdered by the police, or even white people getting murdered by black people. Remember the little white boy just 2 weeks ago? Rode his bicycle mistakenly in his black dude yard, and a black dude came out and shot that little 5-year-old boy executioner style. How come you don't hear about that shit on TV? On the mainstream news. You know why? Because they cannot generate outrage and riots and protests in the streets like they can when they show black people, one of us getting killed. Because you have to realize, out of all the races in America, we're the only race to come here as slaves. We're the only race that was forced, outside the Irish, we were the only race that was forced into being in this country. And when they said all men are created equal, we were standing on the auction blocks next to cows, horses, pigs. We were animals in their eyesight. So going through slavery, when a slave ran away, who did they call? They didn't have no police department or no police force until slavery. The police actually started to catch runaway slaves. So you think, let me show y'all some real game. Peep this shit here. Slavery, and let me give y'all 3 examples. Slavery never ceased in America. No, it has not. Because today, you have a modern day form of slavery. Remember under the 13th Amendment, when they came, right after they freed the slaves, they had to make an amendment to the Constitution, basically saying that nobody should be deprived of freedom and the right to pursue happiness and to have liberty. Unless, think about this now, there was a clause that said, after they said nobody is in America, no American citizen should be deprived of their liberty and their freedom, meaning that there's no such thing as slavery no more unless what? What was the clause that they added? Unless you have been convicted of a felony. So slavery has basically transformed itself from Negroes working in them hot-ass fields, picking cotton, to Negroes in the penitentiary in those hot-ass fields. Goose picking. Some of these penitentiaries here in Louisiana, if they don't have no real work for you, they will have you out there in that field picking up grass, pulling grass out the ground. Instead of using a lawnmower, they will have you picking grass out the ground all day long, because you are now a convicted felon. And under the 13th Amendment, they have a right to keep you as a slave. That's what, go back and look at your research. The 13th Amendment says you're not, there's no such thing as slavery. Slavery is abolished unless you catch a felony. Now let me show you how slaves is today. Your state, whatever state you in, is the slave owner, the slave master. The penitentiaries are the slave plantations. The wardens and the COs are the overseers on these slave plantations known as... Y'all give me a second. Y'all give me a second. Well, that was an important phone call. I really needed to take that phone call. Matter of fact, y'all, that was the brother who I did that interview with the other day, who just did 30 years. Yeah, that's who that was. I need to really talk to him. We supposed to went up there on the Cooper Road to have a vigil, to take part in that vigil where the young for the young man, star wide receiver at Green Oaks High School, who was shot on the interstate. But let me go back again. Your state, the state of Louisiana, which has more people per capita incarcerated than anywhere on the planet. Believe that or not, that's a fact. State of Louisiana has more people incarcerated per capita than any place on the planet. Now in Louisiana, we only have one penitentiary, state penitentiary, and that's the state penitentiary at Angola. Whereas if you live anywhere else, y'all might have 9 or 10 state penitentiaries. But either way it go, your state are the slave masters. Again, the wardens of your penitentiaries are the slave plantations. The warden and the CEOs are the slave overseers. The police are the slave catchers, and Negroes are the slaves. That's how shit really is. Slavery has never stopped. So again, I digress. Let me go back to the point I was trying to make. We have been killing so many people in here in Freeport and blaming that shit on a lack of police support and response. That Ben Raymond say, okay, since y'all want us really to stop the violence, we're going to have to stop a lot of other shit. Again, don't call us if you have a minor fender bender. Figure out each other's information and file a report. Don't call us if you got an unruly ass child and you cannot handle that child. Don't call us. This is what Freeport Chief of Police said. Don't call us if you see stray dogs or you got an animal nuisance in your neighborhood. Don't call us. Basically, the little trivial stuff that you would call the police for and they will come out. Don't call us if you're drunk and you need a courtesy ride home because you can't drive your car. He's saying this because he said, since we're going to stop this stuff, we're fixing to be in your neighborhoods. We're fixing to stop all this other stuff so that we can now be proactive in stopping crime in your neighborhoods. So guess what, Negroes? Y'all asked for this shit. You finna get it, and you not finna like what you finna get. When it was really as simple as Negroes coming together, cleaning up our neighborhood of all these shooters, all these violent ass individuals, because you cannot tell me in 9 out of 10 of these cases that somebody who got shot don't know why they got shot and who the fuck shot them. But they got to keep it gangster. So now since you keeping it gangster, the police finna be all up in your neighborhoods, man. Now again, I always say the police don't come to your neighborhood till after a crime has been committed. Well, guess what? Now they finna be in your neighborhood harassing the shit out you. And guess who invited them there? We did. We invited them there because we know Lil May is the killer that shot that little baby, that little 1-year-old baby up the street, and the whole motherfucking neighborhood sit back like cowards because 80 to 150 people are scared of May. You mean to tell me one Negro can hold an entire neighborhood hostage of 500 people? 500 people scared of one Negro because he shot somebody? Well, out of them 500 people, I know there's at least 100 law-abiding citizens with guns that can go to Lil May house and say, look, cuz, you got to get the fuck out of our neighborhood. We're not finna turn you into the police unless you don't leave. Put it like this, you got 48 hours to get the fuck on. Leave the city. Because you will come out better if you leave the city or the police catch you than we as a community. We got to stop being cowards. We got to stop this bullshit, no snitching. First and foremost, let me give y'all some real game. Do you realize, to you Negroes who talking about snitching, keeping it gangster, do you realize that the only way a motherfucker can snitch on you is you got to be involved in criminal activity? You can't snitch on a man that gets up and go to work every fucking day. You can't snitch on a man who does the right thing. But Negroes that's committing crimes, burglaries, robberies, murders, yeah, you deserve to be snitched on, especially if you're doing a killing. Because again, when I'm gonna give y'all on YouTube my definition, I've said this shit so many times. This is what snitching is. If myself and 3 more people, myself, 1 or more person, put it like this, you have to have 2 or more people complicit in a crime. If 2 or more people go out and commit a crime, 1 of those people get caught. Now the police tells that 1 person, if you want to get your time reduced, tell us who all was involved, who created the plot, and whatever. And that person who got caught starts telling on the other people who were involved in the criminal act so that he can get his time reduced. That is snitching. But when you got people running around your neighborhood with automatic fucking weapons, killing babies, you have a responsibility, an obligation, and a duty to get that motherfucker out your neighborhood. That's not snitching, bruh. You're not committing no crime with this. This dude running around terrorizing your grandmothers, your aunts, your uncles, your children, your nieces, your nephews, you. Are you going to continue to let these Negroes, like what's going on in Chicago? I mean, ain't nothing new in Chicago with the gang violence. Think about it. Ain't nobody talking about how violent it was in Chicago when Al Capone now was out there. You see what I'm saying? But even with Al Capone now, when they did violent shit, there had to be a hierarchy and an order. You just couldn't go out there and kill nobody unless the mob boss gave you permission. Negroes just go out there and get high and drunk and just start shooting. To the point where the police chief say, a lot of this little other misdemeanor shit that we normally do, we're not going to do it no more. We're coming into your neighborhoods and you're going to see us. What few police officers we do have, we finna put them on the streets of your neighborhood. And if you Negroes keep on doing it, look what they doing up in Kenosha, Wisconsin, Portland, Oregon, even in Milwaukee now. Do y'all realize they putting the federal police in your neighborhoods? Do you realize they're putting the National Guard in your neighborhood? We as Negroes can't clean up our neighborhoods. We sit up and talk about the white man police is killing us, but we begging them same white man police to help us stop us from killing us. Do y'all realize how fucked that sounds? You're asking the people who you say are oppressing you. And I gotta be honest, I'm gonna be real. LeBron James really need to shut the fuck up. Y'all look at this dude like a hero. Let me show y'all some real game. Him and Nick Cannon. Do y'all realize these white folks let LeBron James say whatever the fuck he want? Because for them, it's good for ratings. It's good for publicity. But notice, just like Nick Cannon can say anything he want about white folks, Mexicans, and everybody else. But guess what? When LeBron said what he said about them Jews, and he just posted some lyrics from a rapper who happened to say the truth about the Jews. They told LeBron, look, nigga, you better fucking apologize. LeBron James did the same thing that Nick Cannon had to do. He had to go on an apology tour. LeBron James, police are not stalking niggas down in America. Shut the fuck up. You basketball players. Why you niggas are not, I mean, y'all stopped the whole basketball season because of what happened to Blake up there in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And I'm pretty sure how all y'all Negroes know somebody in the hood that you grew up with that just got shot last week. How come you all are not trying to bring social awareness to Negroes killing Negroes? Because guess what? The reason why the police are in your neighborhoods the way they are killing Negroes is because Negroes are killing Negroes to the point the police coming out and they scared. They just as scared as you are coming in your neighborhood. But you got motherfuckers like LeBron James, D.L. Hewlett, and all these motherfuckers that have put all the problem on the police. Well, guess what? Freeport. Let me give y'all some real game. Going back to what I said earlier. Yeah, true. The police in Freeport then killed 7 Negroes in just the last 2 years. But guess what? You had 7 Negroes get killed in the last week. You're averaging 3 killings every weekend, at least 4 killings every week with Negroes killing Negroes. And then you got all these black mothers, so-called black mothers and parents sitting on internet talking about, I'm so scared for my child. My son is black, and when he go out at night, I be so scared I have to tell him how to deal with the police. Bullshit. Your child is more likely to get shot in the fucking head by another Negro than they are the fucking police. Cut that bullshit out, man. For real. Negroes kill more Negroes in a week's time than the police do in a month. In a year almost. Come on, man. You around here sitting up and talking about you got to train your child how not to get shot by the police, and that little nigga walk right out the street hanging with some thugs and get shot by the little nigga up the street from him. But y'all ain't saying shit about that, man. Come on, let's just keep this real, bruh. Negroes are more likely to get killed by another Negro than they are the police. And any one of y'all that want to debate that shit, let's go. Show me your facts. Here again, it's Freeport. 2 years, the police killed 7 people. Niggas have killed 7 people here in Freeport before breakfast this morning. And I'm supposed to be scared of the police. Nah, you got more to fear from these Negroes than you do the police. Because the police are only in your neighborhood shooting Negroes because of the crime. Again, I know that these situations are tragic where these black men are getting shot. But how many of them Negroes that got shot by the police was in the process of committing crimes, which allowed the police to be called in the first place, man? Do you understand? We understand that racism, white supremacy, discrimination in banking, housing, education. We understand that shit there. But that shit ain't got nothing to do when a Negro kills another Negro behind some pussy. Most of your killings in Freeport are taking place behind pussy and dope. Good evening. Hey, Junior Robo, what's going on? I'm glad you can catch this show, man. I just had to go off because we had a major announcement here in Freeport by our police chief. And Negroes ain't gonna like it. Y'all been sitting around here saying the mayor and the police chief ain't been doing nothing, when you motherfuckers will not even get the killers out your neighborhood. How can the mayor and the police chief even get facts and evidence and information to try to bring some of these killers to justice when you niggas saw that boy shot this dude 12 times and you won't say nothing to the police? I don't want to get involved. Well, then guess what? Don't get involved. But shit don't continue to happen. Negroes see that you're not getting involved. They take that as a sign of fear. Now they're emboldened. When you got 12 people 12 people on this street that got guns. Lil JoJo ain't the only person on the block that got guns. All it takes, I'm not trying to endorse vigilante justice, but all it takes is 12 black men to go down there and tell Lil JoJo to get the fuck out of our neighborhood. For real. But these 12 black men will sit up here and say, I don't really want to get involved, man, because that really ain't my business. But as soon as your nephew get killed, you speak the truth, and I hope people in your city, man, they ain't gonna listen. They're not listening because plenty of people in my city, Brother Junior Robo, have spoken the truth. But Negroes don't want to listen to Negroes who have insight, who have a gift to see what's coming, who looks at the bigger picture. They rather look at the white folks on the media, on the news, tell them this bullshit that the police are killing Negroes. Again, like I said earlier, you mean to tell me that CNN, Fox, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC, all these motherfucking people that you see on TV, on the news, they just finding out about police brutality? Bullshit. They been knowing about the shit. They know way more than what we know because they have inside access to the police department. But now they're acting like they're just as shocked as you and I every time They show, now keep in mind, they show you hundreds of times during a week when a black man gets shot by the police. But they don't show you shit when a white person or a Hispanic person or an Asian person or whatever. They don't show you shit when these white folk get killed. You know why? Because they're using the existing hatred, tension, animosity that blacks and whites have always had since they brought us over here as slavery. They're using that tension to create racial hostility because they'll show you the police killing Negroes. They want Negroes to get out there and riot. Then while we're in the process of rioting, these white folks, paid agitators, come out there, create looting and rioting. Black people get out and protest, but the white people come out there and they start looting and rioting. Negroes join in. Now they show you all this shit constantly on TV. You want to know why they showing you all the riots and the looting the way they do? Because they need the white people now to look at us as fucking animals, savages, who cannot hold peaceful protesters. Look at those niggers. They're out there tearing stuff up. We got to protect our property. Hence, that's why that little white boy was out there and shot 3 people, killing 2 of them. Because the media has created and amplified this atmosphere by showing you black men getting slaughtered by the police. But they don't show you white men who get murdered. According to the numbers, we know this shit is true. According to the numbers, there are more white people get killed by the police in America than black people. It's just so unfortunate that black people can be armed and get killed by the police. But the police are killing everybody because you have an aggressive police force who are trained to act in the way that they do. Hey, Miss Powers, how you doing? How you doing? I'm glad you can join us. I'm about to end this video. I done went hard in the paint. I was only going to do this video, man, just to do this video, and I wound up going for 42 minutes. I thank y'all. Hey, please hit the like button and share this video. Because this is going to be a video that YouTube might block this video because I said nigga or other shit a little bit too much. But I'm going to be real. I got to stop saying nigga so much, man. But it's hard for a nigga to stop saying nigga because a nigga say nigga damn near 12 times before a nigga even eat breakfast. I'm going to just be real. I'm going to stop saying nigga so that niggas can stop being mad at a nigga for saying nigga. Now, that was my quota of niggas for today. So YouTube, if you're going to block the video, that was your reason to block it. Don't block it because of the truth that I'm spitting. Again, I heard a couple of y'all tell me that YouTube is censoring my channel to the point where they asking you, do you enjoy this video? Yes, they do. A dude at my job, white dude, asked me if I was going to protest in my city and could come, and he'd come with me. What the hell is that about? He was trying to incite. Exactly. 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 Junior, brother Junior. This is what I did a video earlier this week, and I didn't do no justice in the video. And y'all, I apologize because a lot of times, at that time, my phone went on, and I was just trying to use my neighbor's Wi-Fi and get the video done, get the message out. But do you realize when I said black people, everybody that say your friend, you can't let them get in. These white people, when you look at these Black Lives Matter protests, it's way more white folks out there than there are Negroes. So you mean tell me white folks know better than we do that Black Lives Matter? Why up there in Kenosha, Wisconsin, the 3 people that the white boy shot was white boys? Why is that? When you look at all the protests, who are the ones breaking the windows? And then once they break the windows, Negroes gather around and go in and start rioting and looting. We know for a fact that they're paid provocateurs, but we also know for a fact that there were police who actually agitated and incited and instigated a lot of these riots, man. Black people are actually out there protesting peacefully. It's until these white boys from Antifa and other organizations, your FBI, CIA, understand what COINTELPRO was. If you think I'm just sitting up here talking shit, go back and look at history. Look at what COINTELPRO was. That's how they infiltrated the Black Panthers and broke them down, putting paid agitators, black and white, in the midst of that group. Anytime you allow white people to come into a black movement, your movement is going to be hijacked. Remember the difference between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King knew that he had to get some pictures on the nightly news where fire hoses and dogs were being unleashed on them poor little white girls, them good little white children. Because long as they was putting them fire hoses and dogs on Negroes, they show it on the news at night, and the white folk be like, those fucking savage animals, they need to be disciplined. But to them white folks start seeing their kids with Martin Luther King getting dogs sicked on them, getting fire hoses. Then they say, well, we got to do something. We got to give those people their extra rights. Now what you have in modern day time, and now with Malcolm X now, Malcolm X was like, remember that movie where Denzel played Malcolm X, and the white girl came up and asked Malcolm, she said, what can I do? I really want to help you. What can I do to help you struggle? Malcolm X told her nothing. Shit. We don't need you. Malcolm understood. If we let these white people get in, if we let 7 of them get in, 4 of them are going to be working for the feds to try to overthrow this movement or corrupt it. So again, it's not judging white people because you have some good, well-intended white people with good intention that will literally help you. Again, with me, there's no racism. I don't give a fuck if you're white, black, or whatever. If you fuck, you fuck. Everybody knows me. I got friends of all colors, right? I even have friends that's gay, lesbian, handicapped. I don't discriminate. Now, when I talk about real issues, I'm going to keep shit real. White folks, if you're not legitimately willing to stand in front of these police and take a bullet for a black guy, stay the fuck out our movements. Yeah, we need y'all. The way y'all can support our movements is find real grassroots movement and make a monetary donation to that movement. You all, black and white, donating to the Black Lives Matter group and organization, and do you realize all that money that you donate to them, that shit don't go to George Floyd. That shit don't go to Brother Blake. That shit don't go to Eric Garner, Freddie Gray, Trayvon Martin. That shit don't go to them. You know where the money that you send Black Lives Matter go to? The Democratic Party. Research it. Look that shit up. Might sound crazy, but that's what it is. But if you really want to help black people, find somebody like me that really gets out there and challenge the police department at city council meeting, who literally holds the police accountable here in Shreveport to the point where they want to kill me, but they can't, because they know if they kill me, too many people gonna understand what I've been saying is the truth. So it's a catch-22 with the police here in Shreveport with me. They hate me, and they will pay somebody to try to kill me. Man, do y'all realize how many death threats I get for doing this shit, what I do here in Shreveport? No, y'all don't know that. And guess what? It ain't Negroes that's threatening me. It's white people. But guess what? When the white people try to send somebody at me to handle that threat, guess what they're going to send? A Negro. So we're sitting around here, man, acting like the worst fear on the planet for black people is the police. That's a fucking lie from the pit of hell. Let me ask y'all a question. How many of you all personally, no matter what city you in, how many of you all know somebody personally who was murdered by the police in the last 10 years? I'll wait. Do, 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 do. How many of y'all, again, I repeat, how many of you all know somebody who in the last 10 years, you know these people personally, got shot and murdered by the police? Now, let me flip the question. How many of you same people in the last 10 years know somebody personally who got killed by another Negro? Shit, there's really no comparison. If you might know 1 or 2 people in the last 10 years, personally, you might know 1 or 2 who got murdered by the police in the last 10 years. But I guarantee you, you know about 12 to 15 Negroes who got murdered by the police in just this year alone. Man, this shit crazy. Stop letting these people on this TV get you out there in these streets, man. Stop letting these 501c3 pimps like your Al Sharptons, your Jesse Jackson, your Benjamin Crumps. I like what Benjamin Crump does because he gets money for those victims. But I would like to see Benjamin Crump in between the time that motherfuckers getting shot by the police. Why don't you go and help some of these brothers that's been wrongfully convicted? Innocent black men who are on death row or serving life in prison. Why you always gotta wait? He like an ambulance chaser. Why the fuck Benjamin Crump? Only time you see him is when he's talking about somebody who got shot by the police. Which again, I like the dude. Don't get me wrong. He's good at what he do, and I don't hate him. But I hate the fact that these cats are nothing more than race baiters. They really don't give a fuck about the black community like they try to portray. Because if they did, they'll be telling Negroes just as much, control your behavior. And the police would not be in your neighborhood like they are. Again, police only come after crimes are called. And then when they come, they know in your neighborhood is so goddamn savage that 7 people in the last 4 weeks then got shot. 3 of them died. Do you think the police gonna come in your neighborhood with all this violence and savagery and carnage is and play with you? This is why Negroes get shot unarmed, because the police come into our neighborhood that look just like some shit over in Afghanistan, Beirut, Libya. Our neighborhoods are resembling fucking war zones, man, from overseas, dog. Literally. Our neighborhoods are resembling some shit that looks like overseas, bro. And then you got these fuck-ass police who are coming back from these foreign wars, like over in Afghanistan, where your government sent them over there to take some dope. Do y'all want to know? I'm going to get y'all some real street game. This here street game. Y'all know what a kick dough is? A kick dough is when you go to rob the dope man. You kick his door in, and you go in his house. They call it a home invasion. Now, I'm going to give y'all some real game about a home invasion. People don't just go and invade somebody's home unless they know what's up in there. Now, I'm going to be real. Let me say this before I go. Now, let me illustrate this point. The United States government pulled the greatest kick dough in history. Right after 9/11, where 17 of the 19 hijackers that allegedly ran those planes into those buildings up there in New York were from Saudi Arabia. 17 of the 19 hijackers on 9/11 was from Saudi Arabia. But guess where the United States invaded? Iraq and Afghanistan. Didn't have shit to do with 9/11, bruh. They used that staged event to go into Afghanistan because they wanted an oil pipeline to go through Afghanistan, but most importantly, they needed the opium. They kicked the dough into Afghanistan to rob the motherfucking folks of opium, and they put the dope on the streets, bruh. Here in America. Now, I lost the other point that I was going to go, but I had to illustrate that. You see what I'm saying? So you're dealing with, I know I'm going with it. You're dealing with a police departments around America who have basically hired people who went to our military, went overseas in a lot of cases, committed fucking war crimes by killing innocent people, murdering innocent people, y'all. Now they psychologically fucked up. They bring them back here home in America. And guess what the first job they give them and where they put them at? They give them jobs as police and they put them in your neighborhood. Now you got these scary ass cops who mentally fucked because they went overseas and killed all these innocent people, and some of them to develop I guess you could say what word am I looking for? Some of them developed what I'm saying, like a vaccination. I know what the word is, PTSD, and I'm telling y'all about PTSD. PTSD was mentioned in the Bible, and it goes coincide with what I'm saying now. But they developed a tolerance to the point they're mentally fucked. Post-traumatic stress disorder. They're mentally fucked because they did all this traumatizing shit. They got so used to killing innocent people that it no longer bothers them. So now they come back home and they put them on the streets in your neighborhood that look just like the shit they came back from in Afghanistan. Now I'm going to show you, like what Brother Junior Robo just said, PTSD. Let's go to the Bible. And y'all know I ain't a religious person, but I'm going to just keep it real. Go to the Bible. The desensitized, yeah, that's another good word that I was looking for, brother. That's kind of the word I was looking for, Brother Junior. But think about this. In the Bible, and I'm going to be real. Any of you all that subscribe to the God of Israel, the Hebrews, Muslims, or Christians, it's hard for me to take y'all serious because that God is the most ruthless and violent entity ever lived. Remember in the Old Testament, and it's going along with what I'm going to say, he told Saul and other kings, he told them folks to go down there and kill everything that has breath. Well, what about the babies, Lord? Kill the goddamn babies too. What you mean? What we're going to do with the animals? No, kill the animals. Kill everything of these people. I don't want nothing left. Do that sound like a loving God? First of all, the God of the Bible, Judaism, Christianity, Judaism, and Muslim, that God himself is racist as fuck. Think about this. He created all these groups of people and races, but told one, the so-called Jews, that you are chosen. That means that he created us to be slaves to these motherfuckers here. Ain't that what racism started at? If you created us all and we are created in your image, why does one group have to be the chosen one? No, that shit is propaganda, y'all. Religious propaganda from a racist ass religious system. If you believe that God has a chosen people, then you deserve whatever fuck happened to you in your neighborhood. Because you asking that same goddamn God to stop the same people that he chose from enslaving you. How fucking stupid can we be? For real, man. You are asking the God of your fucking oppressor, who taught you that Jesus loved you every week. Our ancestors worked in them hot ass fields, 12, 14 hours a day, bro. Sun up to sundown. Master got a bullwhip in one hand telling you that Jesus loves you and a Bible in the other hand, forcing you to believe that shit, bro. Why did they have to force that shit upon you? Because it was an indoctrination. Going back to the Willie Lynch letter. Willie Lynch said, if we do this shit right, these Negroes will be indoctrinated for at least 300 years, maybe 1,000. And the indoctrination will be self-perpetuating. Meaning we ain't got to do shit to them Negroes. They'll kill their own motherfucking self for the next 1,000 years, bro. Because they are worshiping a God that don't give a fuck about you, bro. To put it like this. The white folk tell you, your God is such a piece of shit, he allowed me to come way over in Africa and kidnap you. And you will turn around and worship that same goddamn God that let the white man come over to Africa and fucking kidnap you. And you asking this God who live way the fuck up in heaven. Yeah, you're asking this God, but you tell him, Jesus, please take the wheel. How the fuck you gonna let Jesus take the wheel? He don't even have a driver's license. He live up in heaven. I bet you right now I can see it. I can see them up in heaven right now. Jesus sitting down, got him a glass of wine, the streets made out of gold, the pearly gates, all these bitches singing to him, they praising him. He's sitting back like a player. And God say, well, it's time, son, my son, to go down to Shreveport. Your second coming is near. I need you to go down there and tell the people of my goodness and my glory. Jesus like, hold on, Pop. You mean tell me you want me to go down there, leave these streets of gold, these pearly gates, go down there to Shreveport and get fucking shot? If Jesus was here, nigga would try to rob him. Especially if he do a miracle, like go to the lake and pull some money out of a fish mouth. Can you see a nigga right now grabbing Jesus with a gun to his head? Say, nigga, I got 25 fishes. Pull some money out of all of them out. So you asking a God that allowed you to become a slave to free you from slavery? Ain't that the most fucking backward shit you ever heard, bro? You're worshiping a God that was given to you. that does not give a fuck about you. Matter of fact, this God did not give a fuck about you. He told you, slaves, obey your master. Ain't this what the Bible tells you? This God that you worshiping, that you're going to church tomorrow. 3/4 of black people be in church tomorrow, giving God 10% of their paychecks. And then on Monday, they'll call me. We are the chosen. I'm going to be real. There's no such thing as a chosen people. I don't give a fuck if you're black, white, Jews, or whatever. Again, if whatever God created all these people and chose one group as his chosen people, I don't want to worship him because he's fucking racist. Think about it. He's so racist, he created everybody else to be slaves to that one motherfucking group of people. Nah. That shit ain't, that shit, that I just can't buy that. Huh? God didn't say it, the white folk did. Now, first of all, I'll do this show tomorrow since it's Sunday. I'm going to give y'all the true understanding of who God is. Because I'm going to show y'all something. The early Hebrews, they believe in multiple gods. They didn't believe in one God sitting up in fucking heaven. They believed in multiple gods. The Greeks, the Romans, the Vikings, everybody else, even black people, where religion started. The true religion. Let me show y'all some game when I'm in this video. What religion do y'all think Jesus practiced? Even though he was a Jew. Where did Jesus learn religion? And what religion was he practicing? This shit gonna blow y'all mind when I tell you. They were polytheists. This shit finna blow your mind though when I tell you. Do y'all realize Jesus practiced ancient African spiritualism? Today you call it voodoo. They tell you that it's wrong when a voodoo priestess cut a chicken's throat. And, oh, that's evil. But look at the temple in your Bible. That was the bloodiest fucking place on the planet because God in heaven was not satisfied unless something was getting his throat cut. But they tell you when black people of Haiti and all these people practice this same religion that every other nation stole from us, from our ancestors, it's evil. They call it voodoo, black magic. But Jesus, come on, man. Jesus was healing the dead. He was raising the dead. He was healing the sick. Black people in Haiti do that shit, bro. People in Africa did that shit way before Jesus came, bro. Jesus had to go. When Jesus was born, what the angel told him, take the child down to Egypt. Where's Egypt at? In Africa. He was down in Africa learning from the Africans true spiritualism. Jesus himself, first of all, Christians would not set foot in your fucking church. If he lived today, he would not set foot in your church because he was a Hebrew. Jesus wasn't no fucking Christian. Let me see. Plus his name was not Jesus. That's the name that the white people gave him. That's Israel, only worship God. Well, first of all, do you realize where the Israelites, those Hebrews, get their idea of where God comes from? Really? You need to, we need to be worshiping Hinduism. Because that's what the Judaism, the Hebrews, the Muslims, and Christians, that's where all our religions come from. Ancient Hindu texts. It was stolen by groups of people who used a monotheist God, because I see Brother Junior Robo said it, they were polytheistic, bruh. And the Jews, the Hebrews of the ancient time that created the scriptures took the stories that preceded their religion by tens of thousands of years, man, stole that shit, rewrote it in a way to control the people. That's what religion is. That's why Jesus himself said, God is a spirit. Those who worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. Your preachers, again, a lot of these people are going to go to church tomorrow and get his God 10%. Wait a minute, God already said he owns all the motherfucking money. We just gave him 10% last week and a week before that and 25 weeks in a row. Is this God a drug addict or fucking gambling addict? Because he's very irresponsible with goddamn money. Because every Sunday we go to church, we got to give this motherfucking God in heaven some more money when we just gave him money last week. Is he that financially irresponsible? We sitting around here, can't even get our lights cut on, but his house got motherfucking crystal chandeliers. We sitting around here on a neighborhood, and the combined worth of all the properties on this one street is probably $150,000, $200,000, but the church got $100,000 worth of motherfucking stained glass on it. They're building $1 million churches on the corner in fucking ghettos. So you mean God is so great that he wants a palace while everybody around here fucking struggling? I don't want to serve a God like that. No, he's racist. For real. If your God says that he has one group that he specifically chose, you are part of racism. Your God is a fucking racist. Literally. So you mean tell me your God created 20 different races to be subjugated to one race? He's a fucking racist. So you can't talk about the white man without talking about the God that the white man gave you. Man, I done got so far off subject with this shit. That's why I love you all comments, man. I'm finna get ready to end this video, man. I'm gonna be real. Hey, please, y'all, since we just talking about tithes and offering, hey, man, I got a specific need. We made the phone bill, thank God. The hurricane came, shit happened. Man, we got a specific need. Also, we got a couple of people that supposed to be making some donations of equipment. I got one person that's supposed to be bringing us a laptop, and somebody supposed to be donating us a camera. We gotta get somebody to donate a microphone. Hey, the only way I can do this channel, man, do this show, is I have to depend on other people helping me, because what little substance I get, I have to try to take care of this house. And I'm trying to buy this home so that my son, when he turns 18, which, 8 more years now, really? Wow, that's close. And when he turns 18, he'll have a home. We're not trying to just rent shit. We're trying to buy something so that I can teach him what wealth really is. So when I do these shows, man, I'll be on the shoot. Really, I'll just be on the go. Y'all look, I might be outside in the backyard using the neighbor Wi-Fi because my phone cut off. You know, I might be in here, man, with no food in the refrigerator and feed my dogs more than I eat. I go through a lot of shit, man, here in Shreveport because of what I preach. It's hard for me to get work because everybody in Shreveport know me now. Hey, you Rod Thomas Jr. And these same people get mad at me because I say your God is a racist. So they don't want to let me come and do no work, which I don't understand what my religious beliefs got to do with the quality work that I do. So I suffer. So when I be asking people, please hit the cash up, it ain't like I'm fucking begging people, man. I really be needing this shit to help this show go on. Y'all noticed the whole last 2 weeks, I had to do shit from somebody else's house. Because it took me 2 weeks just to pay a $80 phone bill. You know? So when I be asking for help with the cash out, man, it's not that I'm asking for money to go to the club and shit like that. You know, 9 times out of 10, somebody send me some shit, I'm going straight to Dollar General or wherever I is to take care of something personal. I'm putting it on the bill. But we really need $76 right now before Monday. You know, I can get out there in the street right now. And another thing about Negro, I got a lot of partners know how I used to hustle. After I beat that license, them Negroes will come and I tell them, hey, look, man, I know these cats got tens of thousands of dollars because they big dope dealers. And I asked, man, let me hold $50. Man, shit, I can't do that, bro. But I tell you what, I'll give you 2 pounds, man. I'll front you 2 pounds a week. Wait a minute, nigga. You'll front me 2 motherfucking pounds of weed, but you can't let me hold $50, man, to put on this water bill. This is how Negroes think. But yet still, tomorrow, again, Sunday morning, the most segregated day in America, because a lot of y'all that pray in the white Jesus can't go to the white churches and pray to that same Jesus. Think about that. But y'all go to church tomorrow and get these people all this money. And then Monday, when your kid gets shot over the weekend, or your husband go to jail, shit like that, come Monday, this shit happens. Anybody that know me in this report know this shit is true. You get pastor all that money tomorrow. Call him Monday to try to get your husband out of jail. He saying shit we can do. So guess who you call first? Really, you know pastor ain't gonna do shit. Y'all call me first. Rob, I know you know the DA. I know you know this lawyer. I know you know the prosecutor. I know you know the... I'm like, okay. All right, what you need me to do? But that shit gets weary. Because pastor living in a motherfucking $500,000 home by the lake. I'm living in the hood trying to figure out how I'm going to keep my electric on and shit. So what I do ask people for, I mean, I look at people, a lot of these cats on YouTube teaching your sons and daughters how to be homosexual, lesbian, homosexuals or lesbian. They teaching you all this fuck shit, and they make hundreds of $1,000s. Some of these cats make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a day just on YouTube. I'm sitting up here struggling because YouTube asking the people who subscribe to my channel, do they like this video? If not, report it. Because all they need is 3 reports that they can prove violated their quote-unquote community standards. They're going to take this channel off the air. So even without my cussing and aggressiveness, I have to be smart and intelligent. You know, it's what I say and what I do. So again, right now I'm going to get ready to end this video, man. Wow, do y'all like this video, man? If y'all like this video, please let me know. Share it. Hit the like button, man. Hit the thumbs up. I need y'all, I really need y'all's comments. I need you all's prayers. And at the same time, if 79 of y'all can come together and put $1 on the cash app, I really need that. Because come Monday, it's gonna be fucked trying to do videos in a dark ass house. Literally. Come Monday, it's gonna be fucked with me and the dogs. Don't have no food because Monday it comes rent time. Man, this shit crazy. People won't give me a job around here. I had to take them. I created my own business, and now they saying you cuss too much. You shouldn't be talking about Jesus. Well, I was gonna let you come over and paint the whole house, but I heard what you said on Facebook about Jesus, and I just can't do it. So that means your religion is bullshit. You should have been able to forgive me. So I struggle a lot, man. The reason why I struggle ain't because I'm lazy or whatever. I struggle because of the truth that I speak, man. People don't want to fuck with me. They think I don't believe in God. Yes, I believe in a creator. I just don't believe in that religion, that organized religious shit. A God who will tell me tomorrow, even though my motherfucking lights finna get cut off, he got to have his 10%. That nigga's a pimp. That God's a motherfucking pimp. Because he'll tell you, nigga, I don't give a fuck about your lights. Give me that 10%, nigga. And that 10% is what you need to get your lights on. Keep your lights on. So that these preachers tell you, trust in a God you can't fucking see to pay your light bill. I gotta go this phone for the die, man, and you know. Hey, please, y'all share this video, hit the like button. Matter of fact, let me put this down here. Hit the like button. Hey, please, if you can, man. We got a desperate need that we need to take care of. If y'all can, please hit the cash out, man. All we need is 10, 15 people to donate. We just trying to make, really what we just trying to do is get at least $79 at the minimum. Because there's something that I need to take care of around here that will help this show keep going. If y'all like what we do, man, y'all thought this video was powerful and potent, the cash tag is in the description section. Please hit the cash tag. But most importantly, please share these videos. Help us, man. Get to the two. We're really trying to get 2,000 subscribers. Look like I said before Labor Day, but we're gonna push for Christmas. We really want 10,000. Fuck. Hey y'all, I'm sorry about that. My phone just went dead. I apologize. I should have had it charged up, and then when I just reached to try to charge it, it was too late. So we're gonna end this video right now. We down to one viewer. Matter of fact, since I got the phone charged up, we're gonna come back and see if we can get a couple more people. Hey, brother Anthony, I saw your comment. I'm gonna inbox you in just a second. Yeah, if nothing else, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I apologize for that interruption, but again, my phone went dead. I didn't realize that I didn't have that much juice, and I didn't realize that we've been live for an hour and 13 minutes now, and that's rare for us to go live that long. But again, that's why I ask you all for you all's comments, because you all comments help to facilitate the dialogue as to what I do. Which is, you know, bring you the wisdom, knowledge, insight, understanding that the Creator has given me. To you religious people, I hope I didn't offend you all when I said that organized religion is bullshit. It's meant to enslave you and give you a set of rules. Think about this. This man tells you every Sunday that God only trusts him to teach you about him when you have God inside of you. Then he said, let us create man in our image. That means there's more than one being involved in creation. And it wasn't no Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. There were multiple beings that came from the heavens. Even your Bible teaches us this. Let us go down there. There were multiple beings. The Hindus, and other people who believe in those things, put it like this: I'm more inclined to believe the Anunnaki religion than I am Christianity, Islam, or Judaism. Because Christianity, Islam, and Judaism were plagiarized from other religions. This battery is finna die. Hey, y'all, again, I had to come back and hit this, to do this, to end this video. But please share this video. Give us the likes, the thumbs up. But please, if you all can help us take care of this, it is a major need, but it's a small amount of money, but it's a major money. Might well be a $2 million when you're broke. But I need to get some things taken care of so that we'll have lights around here Monday. To keep doing these videos. Because starting next week, I'm going back to it. We're going to do a video every day. So until y'all hear me, man, again, on another one of these videos tomorrow, we're going to come back and really talk about who is the real God. What religion actually got it right. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned. Until then, man, hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed and click that bell so that you can get notifications. Once you get notifications, man, you'll be notified whenever we do a show. The moderators, we got moderators right now that can help me keeping control of the comments. But yeah. Also, please, moderators, help emphasize the importance of people making comments, hitting the like button, making sure they subscribe. And also, a bonus is helping us to get them to hit the Cash App, because really I can't do this shit for much longer, man. I'm stressed the fuck out right now, just trying to pay rent, electric, and all this shit in a pandemic. Then I gotta send this little 10-year-old ass boy. This little Negro called me, Dad, I need some money. How much you need, son? How much you need? About $50. I'm like, man, what the fuck you need $50 for? You 10 years old. Fuck are you trying to buy at 10 years old, $50? You trying to buy a 4-bit piece and flip that motherfucker or something, son? You know what I'm saying? My son's a trip. He used to daddy being able to just pull money out his ass. He used to daddy having stacks like this, and he don't realize that dad don't do that type of shit no more, son. Money hard to come by, especially when I'm trying to buy a home so that you will have a home. You will have something that can generate you wealth. Fuck being rich. You want to be wealthy. So please, y'all, if y'all can help us, man, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, make sure you get notification, share these videos, and if you can help make a donation to keep this shit going, please hit us at #therealnews3. So y'all see me on another one of these videos tomorrow. Y'all be blessed.